What's up, folks? SigCorps here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Alrighty, as you see, we've got... Look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? That just looks gorgeous. And it was a pita to finish. It was a pain in the ass. And I also had to make some changes. So, pads are in. The spawning pads are in. Whoop. We can see them right here. If I might make... Oh, and we had a thunderstorm too. I took this down and then I had to put it back up because I used... I could... Well, I needed this all to be... I wanted it all to be... Flipping, yeah. I know you see me, and I'm running from you. I wanted it all to be source blocks. So to do that, I had to put right there on that level, so one level below, I had to flip in, put, alright, let's go down. I had to put, whatchamacallit, a platform, all of snow, yay! So basically I had to make a complete another level of snow up there, which I've already done like 3 and 4 times. That's a lot of freaking snow. It's 60 by 60 for crying out loud. Or actually it's 58 by 58 is the interior. So, and then I put all my things, got everything set, and then I went through, I had to put the beacon, I'd taken the beacon down, I put the beacon back up, used the shovel, and just went to town. I also had to make changes to the, railcard system. They kept bumping into each other and stopping themselves. So, yeah. So, one rail cart now. The other thing I'm worried about is when I load and unload the chunk, whether or not the rail cart will stop. So, I don't know. Rates are kind of... I got them all filtering in here right now as I've been doing work. And I'm going to go over some of the redstone and stuff with you guys. Admittedly, this was probably, it would have been, in your guys' time, it would have been a couple weeks behind, but kind of new subscriber who contacted me on Twitter, and so they love the redstone I do, and it's Oyvind? Yeah, I'm assuming a Nordic country. O-I-V-I-N-D, Benjaminson. And we were talking back and forth on Twitter. So, hi, props to you. But I decided I wanted to filter the fish out, at least the regular fish, before it goes into the item elevator. So, I set this system up. Now, I don't know what our rates are going to be. I want to say if I cover this, the rates will go up. I think they spawn more if they don't have an air block above them, above the water. So if I put a cap on this, the rate should be freaking insane. Because I remember the last time I made one of these, I only had half the spawning spaces, and the rates were insane. This what we got going on here is nothing. I mean, just absolutely nothing. I'm talking this should be full. They should just be constantly falling and dying. Is what they should be. That flipping thing should have a hard time keeping up with it. And if we do find that when the rates go up, that this just can't keep up with it, then we're just going with, I'll just break down and I'll make another crap load of hoppers, and we'll just do that. And even input some chests if I have to for extra storage. So okay, so we went over this already. This little system here, now I got this from a tutorial. But this little system here works pretty well. What it does is it waits until it has... Oh, I actually have something in there. It waits until it has, I think, 42 items in it. And then it activates everything, goes into... It's a real quick dispensing system. Tick, 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 tick. Pulls that piston down there. This goes through a timer. This is a... kind of like a clock. Goes into a timer, and then it raises everything up. So instead of having individual items going up, we're getting like stacks at a time, which is nice. I actually like that. And then we're going to need a sorting system up top too. And since we're sorting out all the fish, it should work just fine. Okay, now we're going to delve into this little system here. This is our fish instruction system. So I have an item sorter set up. I have 2 of them. I was worried about the rates, so I have 2 on both sides. On the off chance that, because if you get a flood of items coming through, items can make it past an item sorter. It's weird. So I have 2 of them set up for fish on either side, dumping into dispensers, which dispense them into lava. Now, I'll show you the item sorter for right now. Okay, so this is the incoming line. This is where the item's going to be traveling along. And this is the item sorter. I've got it set up so only 1 raw fish will be kept in there. And I think... Nope, none in there. Okay, so just the 1 in there. So I use snowballs because I got a lot of snowballs, and snowballs should never come into the system. If snowballs accidentally get into the system, it will screw up this item sorter. So you always want to use items that are never going to touch your system. The best thing to do is actually rename a stack of items. Use whatever. I've used sticks, and I name them item sorters, and then I use those. Or actually, in this case, snowballs probably work the best. So what this does is this is set up right now so that this needs to activate the comparator. This comparator is looking at this guy here. This needs to activate the comparator, and it needs to send a signal that's 3 long, which shuts off this torch and unlocks the hopper. This hopper. So that needs a total of so we got 9, 10, 11 snowballs, and these count for a different amount because they only stack to 16. So one of these is equal to a stronger single than like 1 item that stacks to 64. And then a single stack item, like a shovel, has even more weight and will give you a higher signal. So what I did was just figure out how many snowballs I needed here to leave me with just 1 fish. And if I used less snowballs, it would take more fish. Which really doesn't matter. Honestly, you could do 1, 1, 1, 1. And then it would probably have like... no, I think that would still hold a stack of fish. So it's like, you could do all 2s and stuff like that. The key to it is you do not load this hopper until you have this set up and have this one locked. Otherwise, items will just flow right through. I tried putting the dispenser here. This dang torch activated it, so I ended up using all these. So, we've figured out the items. In this instance, for snowballs, I need 11 and 1 fish. And so with 12 fish, I'll show you. With 12 fish, watch. I'll add 1 fish and you'll watch that torch go out. Boom. So if there are 2 fish hit this, this extends this signal all the way to here, which activates this, which shuts off this and unlocks this hopper. and allows that one fish to go through. Then all of a sudden this signal goes away, it closes it back up again. Bob's your uncle. Now we have a fish in here, and I currently have this system shut off because I was testing it for... Let me get some glass here. I just need some of these. I was testing it for... make sure I wasn't getting any other items in there. So if I close this circuit... Okay. So that's the item sorter. This is a great little item sorter. I got this from Tango Tech, I think is his little design. It's awesome. And it has overflow protection on it. So, well, his system does. This is just one pot. And the nice thing is this is tileable. This circuit activates... You can have them just stacked right next to each other. I could have put these right next to each other. But it's tileable, so you can just have them like this, and the signals will never cross over far enough to activate a line you don't want it to. So, this is the dispensing system. So, we have the comparator here, detecting that there is a fish in there. When I put a block here, boop, okay, you kick the fish into the lava. So let me go get some more fish. Oh, I had a bunch of fish. Okay. This one's set up too. So let me put some fish in here, and you'll watch it go. Bink, bink. Okay. So this detects there's fish. Puts a signal into this block, hits this repeater. This comparator is set to negative, a minus. It's got that little whoop-de-doo pulled up on it, this one right here. So that sends the pulse. Comes around, hits this, which reactivates it, and it slowly counts down. And basically what it does, it allows this thing to dispense every single item that's in it. And watch it. 3, 2, 1, stop. Instant it doesn't detect, it shuts down. So this is a great way to empty a dispenser of every single item. So, and that is that. And I'm afraid to put I could put a glass block there. It shouldn't carry a signal, but it really doesn't matter. There's enough light down there. So we have 2 of those per side. We got one here. So when I finally hook this stuff up, I put a hopper here, and I remove this chain here. This is just to collect stuff because I don't want to lose it. I hate losing this stuff. And then we've got the same thing set up over here. Exactly the same. Got the same system here. So on either leg of this, it will pull out the fish. And then the only thing we should get are our crystals and shards. And the occasional, if there happens to be who wants it? Oh, I don't need some of this stuff in my I can dump some of this stuff here. Don't need you. I can get rid of you guys. Don't need you. Don't need you, nor you. Yeah. Yeah. I made a ton of these things, not knowing what I was going to do with them. I still got a bunch of hoppers left, too. So, that is the sorting system to get the fish out of the way. And that is the dispensing system to make sure the fish go away permanently and we don't ever have to worry about them. So, let's go up top and we will discuss further plans for our little Deluxe Guardian killing system. So, oh, here's something else too. So, yep, you can see that they eventually all get pushed to the bottom. I do have some spawns that show up in here also that just actually spawn in these water streams. So you see, and every once in a while you get a guy like that, they're just kind of hanging out in an area where they're not being pushed. They will eventually move out of the way, or they'll get bumped by somebody else, or in that instance, they despawn. So it's all good. It's all good. All right. Oop, that was not what I wanted to do. That was the wrong button completely. Okay. So yeah, so I ended up having to one level down from here, fill it all in with snow, and then took Mr. Shovel and just went, you know, just because we've got haste sitting right here. Snow, please. I want to get over here. Oop, there we go. So yeah, right now I've been checking this. This works outstanding. Oh, we can stand right here. We can watch him die. That's outstanding. And we can also watch from down here too. Watch him move around. Now, I want to say that once I put a cap on this, these guys will start spawning like mad. At least that's what I'm hoping. And then we're going to do our spawn pad. I think I want to say I need to figure out what. Okay, oh, dang it. I need to figure out what the lowest point is down there, and we want to be about 100 away. Because at 128 is when, actually probably about 80. And I think the lowest level down there is at like 15, 14. So call it 10. So we want to be up at 90. We are currently at 63. So we want to put our spawn, our AFK pad right about up there. And I have a design in mind, and it's about time I can get rid of that too. Finally, again, let me see here. We need to come up with a pattern that we can put over here, and I just haven't worked it out yet. I need to go into my test world, play around with some stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover it in glass, and then I have a design for this going up to the platform, and basically want it to look like almost like a waterspout coming out. So we may have... normally I like doing things structurally sound, or at least, you know, so they don't look too ridiculous, but I think we're going to have like kind of like it like breaking through, like this waterspout's coming up out of the water, and so we might have some free-floating blocks floating around. I know I got to work on some stuff. I got to work some stuff out here. But this can come down now. I think we're done using it. But we need to... I need to put a... seal this off here with bricks. I need to come up with a pattern for that. And from there, I'm going to cover the top in white in glass. And then, wow, that... oh, that's not bad. It doesn't pop in, which is kind of nice. I like that. Let me come over here. Way to go, Optifine. Yeah, it's a little weird. Why can't I see that? Why would I look straight at it? Oh! That's weird that I can see it there, but I can't see it. Anyway. Well, that's right. That's a flower forest biome, too. So if I needed dyes, that's the place to get it. So I think once I put a topper on this, the rate should go through the roof. So basically, the next time we get together, I'm hoping to be finishing this up, and then I need a whole... yeah, I think I just want to cover it in glass. I think that'd probably be the best way to do it. Is just cover it in glass. Makes it completely spawn-proof. I don't have to put slabs. I don't have to light it up if I don't want to light it up, but I may light it up anyway. I don't know. It depends upon the pattern I come up with and what's going on there. So, but all right, I think that about wraps it up for what I wanted to show you guys. I am so glad this is almost done. Technically, I could leave it like it is and put a platform like right frickin' there with just a bunch of chests. but I don't want to. I want this to look absolutely stunning and awesome. So I still got a lot of work to do, but now we're back into design work, and we're through all the technical BS. I really wish... I'm amazed that the rates are not higher. Honestly. The last time I built one, I had a set of spawning, and then I had glass panes going across. And then spawning and glass panes going across. So, and it was actually the walls. So I only had half the spawning cells I have here. So, anyway, hope you folks enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. And if you're new, subscribe. And we'll see you next time. This is SigCorps signing out. Bye now.